سلام بر دوستان گرامی، من کریتوس هستم. امروز میخواییم یکم بازی ویچر 3 رو بازی کنیم. باشد که بازی خوبی باشد. شروع بکنیم. چرا نمیتوانید این کار انجام دهید؟ این آشغال است. من میروم. من از سفر سری استفاده میکنم. لعنت خدایان بر تو. مجبوریم با پای پیاده برویم. در نهایت ما به این مکان رسیدیم. برویم. اسب من اینجا چی کار میکنن؟ خیلی. و تمام. بالاخره تمام شد.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
من حوصله ندارم. دارو باز کن بوی. بوی هم نداریم. لعنت بهش. باید خودمون پیدایش کنیم. و به نظر میرسد که خیلی کشته شدن. بایستی که داخل چاه بیفتیم. راه دیگری نداریم. یا خدا خودت کمک کن. برویم. خیلی ببخشید که زیاد حرف نمیزنم. من حرف زدن رو دوست ندارم، همونطور که خودتانم میدونین. Boy, open the door. قارت.
An illusion.
illusion. تعامل.
Interesting.
جالبه. شمشیر. استی این شمشیر زیبا رو غارت کنیم، چون که به شمشیر نیاز داریم.
What the hell are you doing, Kratos? You're playing with my game?
What game?
The fucking Witcher game. What are you doing with the game? I want to play it.
Go away, Kirby. This is my game.
Man, come on! You're 1,000 years old. You're not supposed to play games. Just go, I don't know, go cut trees or something. Go train your boy. Get out of here, man. Come on.
I will remember this, Kirby.
Damn. ببخشید دوستان، اون نمیدونم چرا نشسته بود گیم منو باز میکرد کریتوس. یعنی چی آخه؟ مردی که 1000 سال سنشه، ریشاش هم نمیزنه، مثل گوریل شده. خب چی داریم اینجا؟ چیکار؟ غارت شمشیر. به به به، چقدر عالی. سوگند شوالیه. این چیه؟ خب چقدر پرته. خب ببینیم چی داریم اینجا. خب شاید بهتر شمشیر رو بندازیم زمین. زیادی شمشیر اضافه داریم. خب بریم که ادامه رو بریم. رفتیم داخل دخمه.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river.
این
Body
دسته
was chopped
هست.
in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands.
شاید به درد بخوره.
Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
یا خدا، خود ما رو بخوره الان ریجس، چون خونو داره استشمام میکنه. نه نخورد.
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
دستور میخوای برای چی استفاده کنی؟
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
یعنی چی آخه
How's it
این؟
work? We need any special equipment?
یعنی
We
چی
must
کار
brew
میکنی؟
a
یعنی چی آخه؟
decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner.
وای چه
Picture it
جالب.
as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
چقدر جالب. خیلی به درد میخوره. خب حلقه چی؟
Ring's pretty intriguing.
برداشتی
Made of no
خودت
metal I've
چند؟
ever seen.
حلقه رو؟
And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect. Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food.
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
خب فکر کنم احضار نباشه، بخاطر همین میگم معجون رو درست کن دیگه. کارو سخت‌تر نکنی.
Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
دست داره حرکت میکنه، ولی مثل فیلم ها نیست که دست اینجوری بیفته زمین را بره، فقط اینجوری حرکت میکنه. خیلی جالبه. میگم خدایی خونه شمای اینا خیلی با خونه شمای ما فرق داره، خیلی باحال ترن اینا، خیلی قوی ترن اینا.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary whistle. With all due respect to your skills, my friend, it will take them some time nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
آره چرا که نه، ببینیم چیم دوست قدیمی میگه.
No to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly.
نمیخوام مثل
I also believe it wise at
آدمایی
times to
عجیب غریب
share
باشن،
one's secrets,
عوضی باشن.
unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask you directly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
So اینو بپرسیم اما
Gotta
جالب
ask you
تره.
the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
زندگی دیگه باید قبل از اینکه بمیری کارایی رو بکنی. به چه دلیلی اومدی زندگی بکنی؟ همینجوری قرار نیست که بمیری. خب اینو بذار بپرسیم.
Always
جالبه.
fascinated me the way
خواهیم
vampires can
بپرسیم این چی
regenerate.
میگه.
A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear, something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
یعنی چی ضربه نهایی بخوره مرگش ابدیه؟ شاید نمیدونم منظورش چیه ولی جالبه. بذار اینو بپرسیم. خیلی جالبه. خونه‌هاشم داریم
Got a
حرف
new
میزنیم
life,
دیگه.
new body. That give you a new start, blank slate.
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addictions say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
خب بذار تو هم از من
All right.
بپرسی
Give
چیزایی
you one
دیگه.
question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
راستشو بخوای اگه نظر خود منو اگه بخواین به نظر من آره ویچر میشدم. چون میدونی همه تو یه مهارت خیلی خاصی دارن. بعد کافیه دنبالش برم پیداش بکنم. منم مطمئنم که ایشون آقای گرالت از ریویا هم در این ویچر شدن خیلی تبحر دارن. به نظر من آره ویچر میشدم. اگه من جای گرالت بودم من خودم ویچر میشدم دوباره.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
خیلی جالبه این ومپایرها خیلی باحالن توی ویچر. با حیوونا حرف میزنن نمیدونم مثلا نمیمیرن خیلی سریعن نمیمیرن کلن خیلی جالبه. خب دوست گرامیش اومده انگار کلاغ. ببینیم.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
از تعریفت ممنونم.
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
خب چجوریه طلسمه؟
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
چقدر جالب. خب وایت
Whites
چی؟
rarely appear in the woods, even less
بگو
likely to
ببینیم.
find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons.
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but
Chi.
the bearer of this news. Well,
Then
perhaps
Chi.
this spotted white is a hoarder, or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
کمک خیلی زیادی نکردی ولی خب بریم
Let's
سراغ
do
وایت.
this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
اونم خیلی
So,
جالب می
see
بود.
you later.
Yes,
به وایت
and
میگفتی
later.
ای وایت یه توف کن
Start
توی
by perusing some tomes.
توف میکردم.
Tomes. Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
خب دوست ومپایرمون خیلی مرد جالبیه. کتاب میخونه، نمیمیره، ومپایره، با کلاغا حرف میزنه، جوشونده درست میکنه. خیلی کارهای جالب و عجیب غریب دیگه هم انجام میده. شخصیت خوبیه.
دوستش دارم.
بذار اول اینو بخونیم. اشباه دیگه نه؟ نفرین شده ها، هایبرید، نکروفیج، آها وایت داش. خب من اینو میخونم خودم، شما هم حالا میتونین پاس کنین بخونینش. خیلی هم جالب. پس موجودات آرومی هن. نباید همینجوری بهشون حمله کنیم. خب فکر کنم از اینجا بشه رفت داخل.
This man is dying. Help me.
What's going on?
چی؟
The dressings, bandages, where did I put them?
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here
چی
exactly?
شده؟
I
پاش
was rolling through,
چی
fully
شده واقعا؟
loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
مشکوک به نظر میرسه.
Stand and step away from him.
What? Me? But what is your grief?
Don't make me say it again. That's good advice.
Will you tell me what it is you seek?
Needed to see if you were lying. You'd be covered in blood if you dealt those wounds. Just got it on your hands, though, so all's in order.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
خب آره میفهمم، قصد دارم بفهمم.
See what we have here. Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. It's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is, why did he don it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Might even know where he came from. Got work to do, so long.
من این کوستو اگه کوست باشه
Wait, I will come with you.
کوست باشه بازی میکنم بعدم میذارم. نه
You gotta be kidding. This isn't a garden romp. Whatever killed him's damn dangerous and...
And it might still prowl the area, so if it's all the same, I
بازی
prefer
میکنم
to
میذارم
accompany you.
بعدن.
So
الان
be
نمیتونم
it.
وارد کوست بشم.
But stay close. Keep it down. And don't touch a thing.
خب بعدن اینجا رو بازی میکنیم. باید بریم دنبال کوست خودمون. خب بریم دنبال وایته. اینجا یه سیو میکنم من که بعدن برگردیم این قسمت رو بازی کنم. و چون که وسط بازی شد باید برم دیگه بذارم دیگه برای شما.
Our guests. Never a good omen.
دیگه چیه؟ سگه؟ پول شد من اینا رو باید بکشم. دونم اینجاست. یا آتیش هم زد. کنم آرد بزنم خوب باشه. آبزی بمیر. مثل همون سگای خودمونه اینجا. بعد آتیش میزنم. جدی قاشقه همه جا. دقت نکردم.
Regis' raven wasn't lying. spoons all over the place.
آی خدا.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
من منظورش رو نمیفهمم مثلا. من اصلا همچین حسی ندارم. ببینم. بریم ببینیم. کم عجیب شد. کاتسین؟ چه اتفاقی قرار بیفته مگه؟
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
خب ببینیم جریان اینجا چیه.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
خب
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
قاشقا رو داره جمع میکنه که غذا بخوره باشون. درسته؟
Spoon. Pretty ordinary.
قاشقا رو جمع
Maybe a
میکنه
little
تا
old.
غذا بخوره طلسمش بشکنه. ولی طلسمش اینه که هیچ قاشقی تو رو سیر نمیکنه. آها مثلا همین قاشقا رو جمع کرده. جالب. چیه این کارت؟ الو. آها دفتر خاطرات. من اینو میخونم برای شما هم میتونی پاس کنی اینا رو ببینی. یا خدا چقدر عجیب غریب شده این بدبخت. انگار آخراش تبدیل به هیولا شده.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary.
خیلی وحشتناکه.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
خیلی جالبه.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon.
آره نظر منم همینه دقیقا. هنوز داره دنبال قاشق میگرده. دیگه کیه؟ بررسی.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This had anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense.
اینا رو آورده پیش خودش. ببینم بررسی
Right
کنیم.
on, bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
یا خدا عجب وضعیه.
Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy.
چقدر بد.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
چقدر عجیب. میگه چیه؟ نامه فرسوده. خب اینم بازم پاز میتونی بکنی بخونی. وای حاجی میگه که آینه میفروخته این گداه، طلسمش کرده. به مولا این گانترودیمه. رفت تو به فنا رفتی، تو نمیتونی کاری بکنی. اون گانترودیمه که باشه، گانترودیمه دیگه. میگه آینه میفروشه. لعنتی بدبخت شد، بیچاره بدبخت شد. نکنم بتونه از دست گانتر فرار کنه. عوضی چه جالب، ولی انصافا خیلی جالب بود. اصلا انتظار نداشتم اونو اینجا ببینم.
Actually, it does seem like a white's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. What I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy.
خب
Table's
بررسی.
set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide in his saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
خب بریم قایم بشیم دیگه، کار دیگه نمیشه کرد. بریم. وای صداش داره میاد، تصویرش هم داره میاد الان. ای چه کثافته این، چرا اینجوریه؟ بدبخت. انگار ما رو دید. تو کتاب نوشته بود که اگه شمشیر نکشی کاری باید نداره. وایسا، شاید نباید بکشیمش. شاید نباید بکشیمش.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how
چقدر
to...
ترسناکه. نه بابا شبیه زامبیه. خب الان سعی باید بکنیم که طلسم رو بشکنیم، درسته؟ باید کاری کنیم که
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
خب این یه طلسم. باید با قاشق غذا بخوره، باید خودش هم تو آینه ببینه فکر کنم.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
درسته. خب خب قراره که فکر کنم با قاشق غذا بخوریم یا با قاشق غذا نخوریم، چون که هیچ قاشق نمیتونه طلسم اینو بشکنه، درسته؟ خب هیچ قاشقی نمیتونه طلسم اینو عوض کنه، پس چون نوشته بود که هیچ قاشقی نمیتونه که قاطی کردم، گفته بود که هیچ قاشقی نمیتونه تو رو سیر کنه، هیچ مهمونی نباید بیاد باهات غذا بخوره و تو هیچ وقت خودتو نباید توی آینه ببینی. خب پس نباید به قاشق غذا بخوری. پس فکر کنم باید بتونه قاشق غذا بخوریم دیگه، چون قاشق اگه قاشق واسط باشه طلسم نمیشکنه. فکر کنم باید اینو بزنم.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
یا خدا. یا خدا چی شد؟
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
طلسم رو شکستیم انگار. یا خدا، گرات چرا اینجوری شد؟ شبیه هیولا شد. یا خدا.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
قیافمون هنوز اونجوریه. آره. چه جالب شد. اصلا انتظار نداشتم. خیلی باحال شد. انگار واقعا شکستیمش. حالا نمیدونیم شکستیم یا نه. جوری به نظر میاد. یعنی نکشتیمش. برین کنار خیلی حساسه. مولا برین کنار، من با شما کار ندارم. اوناش یس شکستیم. یس
Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
بدبخت پیرزن. چه برای سر این بدبخت اومد آخه؟ چه
I'll take
عجب
you someplace
قارشمیش
safe.
شده الان. اصلا من عاشق این گیمم. به خاطر همین چیزاش که عاشقشم. واقعا باحال بود.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased finally to make your acquaintance, sir, though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basil Folty, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve
اینجا
as your
دادم به
major
من
domo
دیگه.
at
یادتون باشه.
Corvo
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid.
Holy shit.
Whatever brought this about?
طلسم شده بود.
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
آره دقیقاً
didn't care
برای
a whit
همین
for the
اتفاق
old
افتاد.
customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts,
آهنگ
he swore
هارت
no one would
دوستانم
ever
میاد
wish to
الان.
sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him
به
the
خدا
crumbs from
خود
her table,
گانتر
he
دیمه.
swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment.
لعنتی.
I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
قبل از اینکه منو ببینین طلسم انجام داده دیگه، درسته؟ چون من که شکستش دادم. یا خدا. داستان رو براش بگیم. زیاد حرف نمیزنم، حالا ولش کن. ولی
It's all over. That's what
خیلی
matters.
جالبه.
Let's now focus on taking care of Marlena.
Naturally. I shall see to it.
خب من دیگه برم پیش
Thanks.
ریجس.
Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
خب دوستای عزیزتر از جان، یه مجبوریم که اینجا پارت رو تموم کنیم. خیلی دراز شد، پارت طولانی شد، دیگه نمیتونیم زیادتر از این بازی کنیم و خیلی باحال بود. درسته من اولاشو نتونستم ببینم، نشسته بود کریتوس داشت بازی میکرد، ندونستم، حالا تعریف کرد برام ولی نتونستم ببینم. حالا وقتی ریکورد میکنم خودم میبینم اونجا، ولی خیلی پارت باحالی بود. جایی که بازی کردیم واقعا باحال بودم، مخصوصا این گانتر و دیمه اینا، و خیلی لذت بردم من. انشالله شما هم لذت برده باشین. تا پارت بعد، خدا نگهدار.
If you don't play games.
Yeah. And it was awesome.
Good. So you will play with my axe then. On your neck.